Today I'm going to be using these woodland scenic tree armatures to make some autumn trees. And the first thing we want to do is just bend these trees into shape. I've been doing mostly with my hands lately. Sometimes I use some pliers if they get a little hard to twist. Sometimes the plastic's harder, sometimes it's softer. But I don't twist them up as much as I used to because most of it's going to be covered in foliage anyway. And that's about what we're going for. Just a quick tree shape. I'm just working on this one tree in this video, but if you want to see the whole batch in their splendor, stay tuned for the glamour shots at the end of this video. Now for this next step, I'm going to be adding some dark polyfill to these branches. And this is intended to be able to just give the tree some shape. And we only want just a little tiny bit for this tree. I'm just going to use some rubber cement. You can use any glue you want. I use rubber cement. I think it sticks a little bit better. We are going to add just a light layer to this. Like that. And then I've got to decide, this is the first time I'm making fall foliage with this stuff. I got this Woodland Scenics clump foliage. And it comes separated up like this by color and with this. I'm assuming they intend this for the ground, so I'm going to save that for the ground. Normally I blend this stuff up. I don't know if I want to do it that much right now. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of crumble it up as an experiment and see. And so there's 3 different colors in this bag. So we got this kind of darkish burnt orange, almost red, then we got yellow and more of a deeper red. I kind of like the idea of having different trees with different colors, but that might be kind of hard to achieve. We'll see. We're just going to tear this up just a little bit. Maybe we could just blend it. Okay, we're actually going to try to blend it, so. Oh yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll just dump it on and see what we get here. Now I want to do more experiments like this on the channel, more of these like learning experience ones. Instead of just showing you after the fact, after me experimenting and figuring out how exactly to do this, I just do it on camera. So you'll want to wait to the end to decide if we're actually going to use it this way or not. But I think it'll work pretty good. So normally I wouldn't sprinkle it on like this, but I would dip it. We're gonna have to just throw it on there and dip it. Okay. Oh, that's looking beautiful. So I definitely want to have the chopped up foliage. Let's add some of this one too, because I don't quite have enough. Maybe this was meant to just go with it, because it's not chopped up. I thought it was chopped up real fine, but it's not. Maybe they just dyed it that way. Here, let's blend some of that too, and we'll add it. Making a mess. Making a mess. I think we got ourselves a winner though. Look at that beauty. Now that's a fall tree if I've ever seen one. With all of my trees, I either spray them with glue, but more often than not, lately, I have been just dipping them in the glue right after I do the rubber cement. So I dry everything on this little thing right here. This is a tote with some wires that I've drilled into it, and it just prevents me from having a mess. So I dip it in there nice and slow, hold it in there a second, and then pull it out. And we're gonna leave it just like that. There's a little bit of green that caught on there, but that's fine. It'll look good. And we just set it on there like that. We're gonna let it dry for about an hour before we continue on the next part. Okay, so I was blending this up, and I started noticing We got a lot of variety in here. I don't know if you can see it very well on camera. But we got a more yellow one here, brownish, reddish, and then the orange. And I think I'm going to keep them separated like that so we can get a lot of variety in the trees. So we'll see how they look in the end, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to show you a sneak peek of these trees so far. The whole set. Just because I think it's looking pretty cool. I don't know how well you can see it. Maybe I'm going to have to show you individually here. Some nice color on these trees. You'll see some of these are a little bit more yellow. Some are a little bit more red. See, look at that green that I added onto the end. I like that look. This one has a little bit of green too. Yellow tree. So yeah, we got all sorts of coloring. Really vibrant. I'm loving it. So just wanted to give you a sneak peek at what we got. I've pre-made these bases off camera because I've made them before. If you want to see how I made these bases, go ahead and check it out on the original video for the normal green trees. I'll have that linked either on the screen right now or in the description or even both. All we're going to do here is attach our trees to the base. And I have a hole already put in it. I'm just going to be using hot glue. Add a bead there. And attach. You'll see it kind of gushes out some right here. So I'm just going to go on there. And kind of form some roots with the hot glue. Like that. And that's not only going to hold it down better, it's going to add nice detail to the ground. So, looks good. So, I'm going to paint these black off camera, the bases, after I attach all these trees. And then we'll get on to the next part. Look at those. Sorry, getting distracted. Look how cool those look right now. Pretty simple paint job. I'm going to load a little bit of gray into my brush. Paint all the sections that look like rock. Then I'm going to load. I usually go through and do all the trees gray and then load brown into my brush. That way I don't have to switch so much. But in this example, I'm just doing this one tree. I'm not doing an overbrush or anything with the brown. I'm just painting the brown straight up on where the ground is, like where the dirt would be, which is going to be covered in grass and leaf foliage, leaf litter, and some of the trunk. I don't go all the way up the trunk, just so there's some variation on there. And it's going to blend in later when we do the dry brush. Okay, I'm using my usual color for the dry brush, which is antique white. This time around, I'm going to be using this makeup brush from the dollar store. Pretty commonly used in terrain crafting. I usually don't use it because I feel like the bigger brushes work better. But for these trees, it's a good size. Just a quick dry brush over the trunk. I don't want to add too much paint to it, it's going to be too light. Anything I can do to prevent having to go over it with a wash later, the better. And that's what we got. Tree's looking good. Instead of using the normal grass that I use, I'm using this duller grass. That way it looks more like fall. Normally the grass I use on trees is a lot greener than that. My glue's a little bit runny today, but that's okay, it should still stick. I'm just going to cover the base with it. And then try not to make a mess here. Just going to put a really light layer of this grass on. And that's what we got. I'll grab this little cup and put some of this glue in here. And this is the stuff that I've already ground up. So I'm going to add it to that mixture. Let's add a little bit of water first. Just two too thick. We want quite a bit of water in that mix. That way it dries transparent. I'm just gonna add this to our mixture. So I'm going to be using tweezers to add it to my base. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix it with my tweezers since they're going to get wet anyway. Normally I'd do bushes on the base, but today we're going to add some of these to the base, and hopefully it's going to look like fallen leaves. I might have went a little overboard, but it looks good. I think that's how we're going to leave it. So after this glue dries, I'm going to varnish it, and then we'll get into the glamour shots, and you'll see everything finished and set up on a table.